Hello everybody. So I had a specific request to do a mod spotlight, so I'm going to do a quick little mod spotlight on SecurityCraft. This is a mod that purports to enable security. I really feel like it breaks down into two separate sections, and so let me handle section 1 first. Section 1 is includes a keycard reader. Which has a recipe like so. It's stone around a hopper, and a keypad, which is a collection of buttons, both and an reinforced iron door and an iron trap door. The reinforced door you can't break. The iron trap door, I'm pretty sure. Let me just grab myself a diamond pick and just take a swing at both of these items. I gotta change my mode just a moment. Grab myself a diamond pick, take a swing at these things. It looks like you can break the trapdoor, but not the door. So, theoretically, this produces security for your base. So you put down the keycard block, it asks you for your password the first time. The second time, you've got to put in the password for the door to open. Keycard reader is similar. It asks you what level of keycard you want. The keycard's recipes are for level 1, it's gold and iron. For level 2, there is no recipe, and for level 3, there is no recipe, which is interesting. I feel like this is a mod that's definitely still in progress, but if you swipe level of security needed, I'm going to set it to 2. So when I use a level 1 keycard on it, it won't work. A level 2 keycard will. Now, so there is your keycard reader, your reinforced iron door, and frankly the iron trap door. If I head over here, I set one up in a potential security situation, though clearly with it being a block that's not that hard to break, it's not so wonderful for security purposes, though it could be used to dump people into things or whatever. You can set it up next to a keycard reader also, and it will open when you trigger the keycard reader. So you can build yourself little security bases that require a code or a keycard to get in to keep your stuff in. This seems like a pretty good idea. Let me actually just cover you the rest of the blocks before I get into my qualms with this. So the next item that's included is the laser block. The laser block, when put as much as 4 blocks apart, I believe, or 4 blocks in between. When you walk through it, it emits a redstone signal, which, as you see, a redstone signal kicks the doors open, toggles the trap doors, or will handle a piston, will run just about anything that you would like to this redstone powered. That could be used to sense someone coming in. Also, there's another block that I put sort of up on the corner of this base over here. It's called a portable radar, and it will send a message out indicating that a player is near that. To me, this is one of the most useful of the blocks that is available in this game, because it simply sends out usable information. Let's see, next there's an inventory scanner, but up till this point it doesn't seem to be working. You can't put items in it, you can't type anything into it. When put facing each other, they're designed theoretically to notice a thing in inventory and remove it, but at the moment it doesn't seem like it can be configured because you can't get to your inventory while you're using it, and there's no like click or right click or scroll, and you know, if you type, I mean, maybe if you do put an item number in there, when you walk through it, it'll remove that item number from the player's inventory. You could theoretically use this to force people to, as they walk into your base, to have things like, for example, a diamond pick removed from their inventory. I'm going to set it back to dawn, which could be very useful. The issue that I have with them is this. That's what it takes to break them. That doesn't seem very secure to me. Similarly, the keycard reader, all it takes to break is a swinging of a pickaxe. Now, this reader obviously takes longer to break, but it will still break with nothing more than a diamond pick. That doesn't seem stunningly secure to me. Admittedly, that only leaves a one-block hole in a base, but if someone showed up with a diamond pickaxe, they could cut through an obsidian wall, and theoretically, one needed to have obsidian in the first place. Just a moment, let me set this sound level. Back down, sorry. Theoretically, you needed a diamond pickaxe in the first place to build a base even this secure, and that implies that someone else could show up with the same tools. That's a minor quibble in comparison with what I'm about to say. With nothing more than some cobblestone and a stick, I can make myself a lever. That lever, when placed next to this security door, opens it. And it will stay open until I flick the lever off or break it. That means that if you build yourself a theoretically secure base using SecurityCraft's tools, all someone else needs is a single cobblestone and a single stick to open your base. And the only thing that shows anything as to who it was or what went on is that portable radar. And you have to have been present for that to occur. Now, let me show you a couple more blocks that this game has that, well, let me show you. Let's get back that stack of sand that I deleted earlier, because I have a use for it. Here, without a skin currently, is the cage trap. This is kind of neat in that when a player walks over it, it builds a trap around them made out of a special reinforced iron bar that this particular mod adds. With a little bit more work, this could be a tight, secure trap, but unfortunately how it's designed right now, there are openings at the four corners large enough for a player. So if I jump and place some sand, and then scoot over to a corner and jump and manage to place some sand in there, I'm out of the trap. So it's a good idea and on its way, just like a lot of these things. They are very good ideas and they are on their way. They're not quite there yet. Like I said, with just a lever, let me get a couple of them so I can show you. I could theoretically break into someone's secure door, and their second door, get into their inner sanctum, and loot whatever it was that I was looking for in there. And even if that weren't true, if I just had a little bit of patience and assumed, you know, I guess somewhere, that somewhere around there's an entrance that I could carve. So let's go ahead and stand right here and swing a diamond pickaxe for a little bit. I guess what I'm saying is, at least this portion of this mod is on its way, but not quite there. They need some security blocks that can't be broken, and some mechanic for breaking them if you need to move your base around. See, just got in with nothing but a pick. They need to design, the mod author needs to design these doors and whatnot so that they can't be activated quite so easily. Design these keypads and whatnot so they can't be broken quite so quickly, etc. It's on its way. Also, let me note that included is a door remover because you can't remove these doors without one. The door remover recipe is complicated. Is very simple. But at the moment, the door remover doesn't function. Let me see if it works on an open door, just to be... Yeah, if the door is open, the door remover will open it quite easily. If it's in its closed state, it still can't remove it. Theoretically, once the security is in place so that A simple redstone signal will not open the door. That will provide adequate security. There's also a code breaker, which is intended to be an extraordinarily hard to make thing, including a nether star, some diamonds, some emeralds. And what it's designed to do is if you forget your code, it allows you to access the block, it allows you to access the key card, not the key card, the code door, and open it without knowing the code. It doesn't give you the code, it simply opens it, which seems fine to me. Again, my issue with this is that any player can make one. It's not keyed to a specific player account. Anyone who has the materials can make this. So, SecurityCraft does add a certain layer of security to your game. But it's certainly not complete, and anyone who knows the holes in the mod might be able to get through. In other words, it's a little bit of a false sense of security. So let me see. I've covered the inventory scanner and the cage trap, covered the laser block and the reinforced doors, I've covered the keypad and the iron trap door, I've covered the keycard reader, I've covered the portable radar, the code breaker, and the keys. Now, just a moment, let me move to the second half of this mod. Okay, so back with the second half. The second half is, well, as far as I'm concerned, its intention is to prank your friends and have a little bit of fun. So, let me show you with the blocks included. First of all, we have a mine. The recipe for the mine is gunpowder and 3 iron. It's pretty cheap. When placed and a player gets near it, it explodes, produces some fire, produces a big hole in the wall. Now, it also, interestingly enough, if I could get one of these pigs to come over here, if a pig or some other creature gets close enough to it, it will blow up also. And it does a significant amount of damage if I weren't in creative. Now, that mine can be combined with a furnace block, a diamond, or a sand block, a cobblestone block, a stone block, or a dirt block, all for the exact same effect. In other words, it makes a block that explodes when a player gets near it. The sand does not necessarily act like sand, and anytime you get near it, it explodes. Other than that, all of these blocks act effectively identical, 2 exceptions. There is the furnace, which does not explode just when you get near it, but when you right-click on it, it explodes. So that's slightly more useful for a base situation where you're, trying to prank someone who accesses your base or damage them. Okay, so that's theoretically mildly amusing. Let me throw out these snowballs that I got from doing this all in a snow biome. And those are the mines. There's one other mine that's just a little bit different, and it's called the Bouncing Betty. And like you'd sort of expect, when you get close to it, it jumps up in the air and explodes, which produces a larger horizontal explosion pattern. Now, there's one more that I didn't mention. The recipe is a good bit more complicated. Iron, gunpowder, stick, etc. And what that is that is a rail cart mine. So what I did is I set up a little rail cart over here. Now, if you look, this rail track is black, which will let anyone visually know that there's something wrong. But when a rail cart travels down it, as you can see, similar results. Now, there are 3 more blocks in this section that I'd really like to talk about, just to finish this off, and then a quick little recap. So we've got here this furnace mine. I have here this mine remote access tool. If I click activate, it'll say it's not bound to anything. So I got to come up here and right click it on this. Oop, I guess I'm wrong. Let me place this down. So if I right click and choose detonate, not bound. How do I bind it? Shift left click? No. Shift right click? Or right click itself? So, as you can see by the fact that it doesn't have a texture and the fact that it doesn't seem to actually function on anything, I really don't think this particular mind control tool is working. Now, there are two more blocks that I actually find pretty amusing. For me, the prankster in me finds this great. Let me switch myself over to standard adventure mode. Now, this is water. Works like any other water. This is lava. You wouldn't want to jump in lava, right? Well, this is a lava block added by this mod that causes you to look like you're taking damage, causes you to tick back and forth, causes you to catch on fire, but you don't take any damage. Now, there's one disadvantage to that, and that's this. When you get out of the lava, oh, I guess they fixed that. You don't burn it. You don't burn. You used to be that you burned. They just fixed that in this mod. Okay. This looks like water. It's acid. It kills you almost immediately. So, a little switcheroo. Interestingly enough, both of those act like their counterparts, other than the fact that the water does not flow particularly well. The lava can be converted into obsidian. Let me take a quick look at the recipes for those. SecurityCraft. What's the recipe for fake lava? Again, not all the recipes are in action. So, overall, my opinion of this mod. This mod breaks down into two pieces, one of which is designed to produce some level of base security, which I think has a lot of potential and could work pretty well with a little bit of tweaking, a little bit of adjusting, and a little bit of work so that things are tied to your individual player as opposed to just being universal recipes. The other half breaks down into a collection of explosives and pranks, which I'm mostly concerned would rapidly become griefing tools if used on servers or on multiplayer systems. So, I would say that for the moment, this mod is a little split on how it wants to work. I really enjoy the mechanics of some key-coded doors, of unbreakable doors, so that people can't just break into your houses. I think that section could be expanded and increased a lot. I think that the explosive section, well, it has the intent, clearly, of allowing you to design a base that if someone manages, say, for example, by getting a lever, to get into your base, that if they do anything stupid, they pay for it. But at the moment, I think it's more approachable as a griefing tool than as a useful security measure. So, there you go. There's my mod spotlight. I hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you all later.